Say something.
Hello, I am Miss Hesseltine. What is your name?
I am Tim.
Okay, so today you're going to be learning the clarinet. So if you take the reed out of the package and put it in your mouth, and then you have clarinet here on a flat surface so that it does not fall. You're going to take the upper and lower joint, which are the two biggest parts of the clarinet. And the upper joint is going to have the logo on the top. And you're going to take the top of the lower joint, which has the thumb rest, and you're going to press down the second key on the upper joint so the bridge key does not hit the lower joint of the clarinet. And you're going to put them together so that the holes line up.
Alright.
And then you can put the bell on the bottom of the lower joint.
Okay.
And then you can set that part down and pick up the barrel and the mouthpiece, which are the two remaining pieces. You're going to take the cap off the mouthpiece, and you can put the barrel on the bottom of the mouthpiece. The smaller part goes onto the mouthpiece, and the bigger part goes onto the upper joint.
Okay.
And then you can loosen the ligature by screwing the screws towards you and taking the ligature off. And then you can put your reed flat side to the mouthpiece, but making sure that the reed is not too far up so you can still see the mouthpiece, but not too far down so that you can see a lot of the mouthpiece. Then you can put your ligature back on and tighten it, but not too tight so that air can still go through.
Okay.
And then if you blow air into it with your top teeth on the top of the clarinet and your bottom teeth, your lips, like covering it, so like you're smiling with like your lips, and then blow through it, should be an F sharp. Alright, so if you want to put the mouthpiece on the clarinet with the holes facing away from you and the thumb, towards you, and then your right hand will go on the bottom on the thumb rest, and then your top three fingers will go on the three holes. And then on your left hand, your thumb will go over the hole, and then your top three fingers will go over the holes on the front.
Alright.
So if you move this hand down, so because one of the holes is like...
Wait, which hand down?
This hand, your top finger will go here, second finger, and then third finger.
Okay.
But then don't press any keys down and blow an open note, and it should be a G. Amount of mouthpiece, it might be like a clearer sound. Alright. So if you put one finger down the thumb, which goes first, it'll be an F. And then your second finger down, this finger goes on this hole. Here, and then your third one on this hole. So those are the first 5 notes of a C scale. And if you look at exercise 13, on this page, these are just whole notes starting on the low, like the middle C. So it's going to be all 4 fingers down. It just moves up by whole notes. So if you could play that. If you want to noodle around on the clarinet right now, that's fine as well, and then we'll go through 13 one more time.
Okay.
And another important thing is when you play different notes, you don't have to use different amounts of air. You can use the same solid air stream throughout all of them as long as you put the correct fingers down. And be sure to cover the whole hole and not like half the hole or like partially cover it.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll play 13 one more time, and
Okay.
we'll go kind of slow, and you can breathe wherever.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so if you want to practice the C, and then we can do it one more time, just the second half of exercise 13. I think you might be using too much mouthpiece. Second half of exercise
Just go
13.
through all of it again.
Okay, we'll go through all of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Restart. Sorry about that, messed up conducting at the end.
Okay.
And so now we will have you start to take apart your clarinet, but we have a swab so that you can clean the clarinet. So if you want to take the barrel and mouthpiece off first, and we'll swab the upper and lower joints and the bell.
Okay.
If you want to take the upper joint off the lower joint, it might be easier so that it's not going through the whole clarinet. And so if you, this is like the weighted end, so if you drop the weighted end down in there and then pull it through.
Okay. Alright.
It'll take out all the spit, and then you can put that back in the case. And then the lower joint and the bell you can do all at one time.
Okay.
And then you can take those apart and put them back in the case.
Alright.
And then if you take the ligature off the mouthpiece and take your reed off the mouthpiece, do you have the reed case that the reed came in? Okay, well when you put it back in the case, you're going to put it in the thin side first, slides in, and then the thicker piece slides in the other way. Or if you have a case like that, it just slides right in.
Cool.
And then you can take the swab and drop it. I don't know if it will go through this one because the swab is pretty thick, but if you take the mouthpiece off of the barrel also, it might be easier. And then once you're done that, you can put the mouthpiece and the ligature, over the mouthpiece and put it back in the metal casing. And you can put the barrel and the mouthpiece back in the case.
Alright. Which one goes in which one?
The barrel goes in this,
Okay.
and then the mouthpiece goes in this. And then the swab can just go in the little compartment over there. And thank you for letting me teach you how to play some notes on the clarinet.
Thank you for teaching me.